Hey guys, welcome to this week's video. Thanks for tuning in. My name's Ruth, and if you are new to my channel, thank you for being here. You can like, you can share, you can subscribe, you can do all of those things below. So it's back to school time. We're at the beginning of September, and I thought it would be helpful in this video to talk about the transition of the seasons and basically how that can affect us all in different ways, and basically how we can change our routine and become aware of how we're feeling and realize that we are not these kind of robots that can operate at the same frequency all year round. There are seasons and rhythms in the natural world. We are not separate from that natural world. We are part of it. We are part of nature, and naturally throughout the year our bodies and our minds are going to go through different waves, and basically to be able to tune in and listen to that. So we're going into the autumn winter season now. So much like many other animals and parts of nature, this is a real time of letting go and sort of shedding kind of our old skin and taking that time to nurture ourselves and go in and become quite introspective. So September for me, like September the 1st, which was just a couple of days ago, really marked the start of that feeling within me. So I tend to find that I feel a shift in the weather, and then I feel like I suddenly realise that spring and summer is coming to an end, and I feel like I realise the attachment that I've had to that, and I start to think about all the things that I've done and all the things that I've experienced over the spring and the summer, and I feel a sense of loss that that's going away. Even though we know it's going to happen every year, there's still that feeling of transition, and that can be a difficult time. So one of the things that I like to do at this time of year is just to really be very mindful and aware and tune into that sense that things are changing, and to kind of not have that attachment that I have to keep going at the same pace and I'm going to feel the same as I did during the spring and the summer. It's natural that things are going to come up, things are going to feel different, and just to really honour that and to give myself more time to go in, give myself more time for reflection, for self-care, and just to tune in a lot more to what's going on in my body and my mind. So for example, yesterday I felt quite kind of like melancholy, and I think the weather had really shifted. I was feeling like my body was feeling tired, and I was also having quite a lot of anxiety come up. So I'm not very good with change. I know none of us really are, but even subtle changes like that change in the weather, it's a change in mood, there's all the back to school feeling going on, and I think that it can really make us excited about the future and excited about the changes. But if we're not happy with certain things in our life, or we're finding things difficult, it can also highlight those and bring up anxiety. So I mean, all I'm really saying in this week's video is just to really just be mindful at this time of year of all of the great things that you've experienced over the spring and the summer, where we spring out and we're more naturally kind of like energized, and there's a lot more daylight hours, and you know, going back in time, which is still a massive part of our circadian rhythms and how we operate naturally. You know, there's a lot more daylight hours in the spring and summer, and there's a lot more bountiful harvests and fruits, and everything feels bountiful and long and never ending. And I think that even though we've got electric lights in our houses now, and we've got all of these mod cons which can basically take us out of that, and we can have daylight, well, not daylight, but light all the way through autumn winter as well, it's still tuned into us that things change, and our bodies, you know, we may have changed and technology may have changed, but our physiology and our evolutionary patterns really haven't changed that much since we were kind of cavemen, or we were living in Paleolithic times. or living in tribe and community. So I think it's really nice to still honour that and to maybe allow yourself to, like, you know, put the candles on and get into the bath and have a nice salt bath like I did last night, and to really just take some time for reflection, maybe having some earlier nights, doing some more meditation, journaling, kind of just checking in throughout the day and becoming aware of how you're feeling and seeing if you can pause more, if you can find those little micro breaks even if you're really busy throughout your day. This is a key time of the year for that, particularly in my experience. And I also wanted to recommend quickly a book to you which I've had for over a year now, Self-Care for the Real World by Nadia Narain and Katya Narain Phillips. So it's such a beautiful book. It's filled with recipes and different advice basically on self-care, and it's not unrealistic, it's for everyone, and it really helps you to work through some key themes. So we've got love, hope, peace, joy, light, and that's how the book is split out. And there's some really amazing things that you can just dip into. So like yesterday when I was feeling a little bit down and I was feeling this transition, just having this book to just dip into and inspire me to do a little bit of body scanning, do some more meditation, have a really nice magnesium salt bath, and really just becoming aware that it's okay to slow down. We really need that time to integrate. So all the amazing things that have happened over your spring, summer, maybe using the month of September to really reflect and integrate those in and allow yourself a little bit more quiet downtime if that's possible for you. And I hope that you're enjoying the transition. I'm sure I will enjoy it more once we've got over this little in-between time, which I always find a little bit uncomfortable. And if your kids are going back to school and you're kind of going through all of the emotions that run with that, whether that's happy or sad, I'm wishing you a really great start to September, and I will see you next week for another video. Alright, thanks guys, bye.